And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Empyrion. Well, we just mined out a very small cobalt deposit, and I'm happy with that. So we're going to go try to track down some neodymium, and that's only found in the asteroid belt around the planet. So now we gotta run around and hope we don't run into any drones. Drones would be bad. Okay, we are indeed on the opposite side of where we need to be. Okay. I think I read that right. Where is... Oh, they're all way over there. Okay. There we go. Just want to get a beeline going here, and then we can kind of float our way. I gotta remember that this ship does not slow down very fast, so... Oh. That would be awesome. Getting some oxygen. So yeah, somewhere in that ring is a neodymium asteroid. I think there's probably only one. A cool orbit. So there's a lot of other stuff. Ooh, I guess not. Neodymium is not a part of the asteroid belt. When did they change that? Well, that makes things a little difficult. That makes things very difficult if we can't find neodymium. Sector map. But there is cobalt out here, so let's go see if we can find maybe a little bit more cobalt. Although neodymium is in short supply as well. So the asteroids, oh, I think that's one right there. No, that's a promethium asteroid, okay. Okay, stop moving. I'm gonna turn around just to let my rear thrusters slow us down. Okay, so, going out here, try to search for the asteroids that have stuff in them. So yeah, the asteroids don't use the new material system. They use the old voxel-based material system. So let's see if we can find something out here. So we might have to use a small ship with a warp drive to go find some more stuff. Oh, and there's a drone. Space drone. And this thing does not have the maneuverability that we would need. So let's see if we can skirt around him and make him ignore us. Space drone. I'm not seeing any ores out here at all. And it doesn't actually... Cobalt asteroid, where? Aha! There it is. See, the auto brake is on, and it's not slowing us down at all. I actually have to turn around and let the rear thrusters do their thing. I kind of want to build my vessel, but that vessel, if we took a look at the blueprints, the flexible jumper needs 160 of neodymium, and we don't even have anything close to that. All the other stuff we can do, even the Sathium we can do, that neodymium, ooh, that's going to be tough. Okay. So let's see if we can slow this down. And helmet is on. We're gonna hop out. Let's make sure our jetpack is on. We can fly around. And let's while there is no right side up, I don't like to be upside down. Alright. So, Cobalt Asteroid, here we come. My light is on, I believe. Yes, my light is on. So you can see a little bit in here. We want to make sure we are resource mining. There we go. So this will be familiar to everybody. Yeah, I honestly thought there was neodymium out here. Oh, recharge. Reload. So I got, you know, roughly 376 or something cobalt from mining down below. I know Os got a little bit more too. This looks like a pretty healthy amount of cobalt up here. Still not sure what we're supposed to do for neodymium. What the developers have planned for that. Alright. Kind of like getting the perimeter mined out. That'll tell me just how much ore is in here. We're actually doing pretty well. There's a lot of ore in here. I am sorely tempted to change the files back to what they were. This is I like this method of mining a little bit better. But you know, it shows you progress. Where there's, if you're looking for those little bubbles of ore, it's a lot harder to like see that you're making progress. Oh yeah, there's a lot here. Oh yeah, look at that. Gotten almost 200 just from getting the perimeter of this thing squared away. Finding my edges. Yeah, why did they take neodymium out of this asteroid? Well, they're really forcing people to use the small vessel warp drive, I think. There we go. Now we're... Plus we're getting a little XP from this. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's really hard using with the new mining system. It's really hard to use hover vessels for mining. It's a lot easier to use them for clearing out the terrain than it is for actually mining anything useful. Excellent. Okay. Oh. Poking in through the other side here. I gotta be careful because there's a drone way. I mean, it's a long ways away. I don't think it's in detection range or anything, but it just randomly drifts towards us. We gotta keep a close eye out. I think Oz has a rifle. It's either a rifle or a sniper rifle, so you can take him out. I've only got a little pistol and a shotgun, which is fine. I can upgrade that. Upgrade that later. once we start going after POIs, I'd like to know where the abandoned mine is. Might get some neodymium ore from that. But unlike multiplayer, single player, I don't think the POIs actually regenerate. Oh, I am cleaning house with this thing. Look at this. Yeah, this mining drill thing is so much better than the first one that you get. I don't know why you don't just start out with this one. I guess the company I was working for likes people to start out with crappy tools and then moves on to the better stuff. You got to use the first one for a while to appreciate this one. Oh yeah, look at that. I have over doubled the amount of cobalt that I've gotten, and we're not even all the way through this asteroid yet. Now, why isn't there a neodymium asteroid out here? I do not know. There really should be, because that stuff is used in so much advanced material. Oh yes, so much cobalt. We won't need cobalt for a while. I do think the asteroids regenerate though. Like this cobalt asteroid, I think this will regenerate. At least I hope it does. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, getting all that out. Keep an eye on my oxygen levels as well. Nice. Oh yeah. I mean, you don't get much ore, you know, for every drop. So unlike the new system, this system is really not. This system kind of gives you a slow burn of ore, whereas the new system is little spurts of ore, but a whole lot of digging. You still have to dig about just as much or more. You have to dig. I wonder if these asteroids are pre-generated or they're randomly generated. It's like the asteroids on Space Engineers. I mean, there are a lot of pre-designed asteroids that were just basically voxel maps. Okay, so that kind of wrapped around there a little bit. We've got... Oh, there's so much more cobalt in this asteroid. I don't know where Oz is digging, but I have dug out this huge area in here. Yeah, it's crazy. There's like exponentially more cobalt in this asteroid than there was on that whole moon with the three they had there. That's nuts. So why isn't there neodymium out here? I don't know. I wish there was, because that would make life and time a little bit easier to manage. Gotta keep an eye on my oxygen too. Speaking of mining asteroids, there are companies that are trying to figure out how to do it, because there are asteroids out there that are worth literally trillions of dollars. Like asteroids that are completely made out of like platinum, you know, and just crazy, crazy metals. I mean, the iron ones alone, you know, you get an asteroid big enough, and just the iron content alone, you'd be able to make money on. So they got to figure out a way to mine them. Oh yeah, I would accept that. There's an asteroid with so much gold, it's more than exists on Earth. I mean, which is funny because any company that would get out there to mine that thing, the gold market would absolutely collapse if that happened. I mean, it'd be like, oh yeah, we started mining, you know, 10 gigatons of gold, and it's like, well, obviously gold is not as rare anymore, and we can start using it for a lot more things, which would, you know, lead me to the idea that a company, if they did that, wouldn't, I mean, they would heavily control, just like De Beers does with diamonds. They would heavily control the release of said resources because they wouldn't want to collapse the market. But yeah, I think that'll happen. I think that there'll be enough profit potential that companies are going to be like, yeah, well, we have to go out there. And those are just resources just sitting around doing nothing. Holy cow, I've tripled the amount of cobalt that I got off the surface. This is well worth it. Yeah, this is a mining episode. One of the few future mining episodes will be when we find other ores. So wherever we find neodymium, wherever we find the 2 other ores, or no, 3 other ores. We have Sathium, which is going to be in high demand. So we're gonna have to take apart some POIs in order to get abundant Sathium. Look at this. Oh, I see his mining drill. So we finally connected. Look at this huge cavern of ore in here. I mean, look at this thing. So yeah, definitely worth coming into space. Find these. What other asteroids? Let me look at the map here. Other asteroids: silicon, copper, cobalt, promethium, iron. So promethium be kind of nice to find a big promethium vein. Because I much prefer this style of mining than the other one. I don't know what everybody else's thoughts are. Now that you've seen both, you know, leave a comment. Let me know if you like this style of mining or not. Because the XMLs are I don't know why they use YAML files, but YAML stands for yet another markup language, and it's pretty atrocious as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty horrible. Very hard to read, very hard to format. Literally, when I was trying to figure out a way to make me an admin on the Empyrion server I had for a while, literally the only reason why it wasn't accepting the file is because of 2 spaces. 2 spaces is all it took to get the file to be valid. it's like, really? That's a little too sensitive for me for a text file. Look at all the cobalt in here. Shrinking this thing down. Just a big, huge blob of cobalt right here. Well, our cobalt needs are over. Now, a lot of this is going to go into the farm. Because cobalt alloy is used in the farm, so we're going to need a lot of iron. A lot of iron and a lot of this cobalt. Beautiful. We're making short work of this thing, that's for sure. I like to not leave those little tendrils out there like that. Oh, wow, look at that. Even after all that mining, it still looks like there's a ton left here. Look at that, I actually leveled up to level 9. Nice. That's 9 XP times how many hundreds? Just to see how much we have after all is said and done here, because we're just about done. Alright. Getting close. Try to get these little bits here and there off. The last little bit. Oh, there it goes. Looks like we missed a little bit of it, right? There we go. Alright, I ended up with, let's see, 2,215. When all is said and done. Only about 350 of that was from the moon. 1,100, so yeah, we got 3,000 cobalt out of that, which is way better than the 500 that we got before. So yeah, good times. But that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.